everybody. My name is Amy, and this is my podcast, Household Six Goodies. I'm coming to you from Montana. Today is Thursday, November 13th, 2025. This is episode number 3. Today I have a couple of finished objects, so 2 works in progress, knitting-wise, and then 1 English paper piecing. So let's get started. We're going to start with finished objects because that's what's closest to me right now. I finished a pair of socks for my sister Shell. These are out of a Croy colorway. It was Tourmaline Stripes or something like that. This is like a 20 round cuff, my normal like 60 round leg, afterthought heel, rounded toe. These were knit on 9-inch Chow circulars. That's pretty much, everything is kind of getting blown out. Sorry, the lighting outside is not great. Yeah, these didn't take me too long. Croy is a little bit of a thicker yarn, so these tend to knit up pretty fast. So now that I've gotten these finished and gotten this podcast recorded, now she can have them. You might have seen these on my last podcast with the Socktober episode. These are the Colorwork Club by Summerlee Design Co. This is the October chart from 2024. It's the cute little apples. I did a new to me heel, which is the Shadow Wrap heel, which I really liked. So I think I might be doing that one a lot more. Rounded toe, 20 round cuff, pretty much my normal sock recipe. 9-inch circulars, Chow. Yeah, so there's those, and these are in the Lolo Did It Hippos for Littles colorway from 2020, and this is the one of them is Honeycrisp, and the other one is Hippos for like apple picking or something. Yeah, so these worked up pretty quick. I'm still working on color work. They fit, but not as great as I'd like them to. They're still a little tight in the color work section. I follow her directions. I start with the normal size 1, like she says. Then I've tried going up a needle size. So I'm not really sure. I'm still pulling kind of tight, I think. So my floats on the inside are not so loose. I can get them on, but I'd like them to be a little bit looser where the color work is, so I don't know. We'll just keep trying another. I have more color work sock patterns that I'd like to try, so maybe the next pair, maybe eventually I'll figure it out. This is the second pair of color work socks that I've done, so maybe it'll take some time. I've done a few sweaters that have some color work, and I didn't have any issue, but I don't know if that's because it was with thicker yarn. So I'm not really sure. So, works in progress. I have this pair of socks. Oh, I don't know if I have the tag. I don't. Oh, I do. It's Stitchin' with Yarn. And it's Summer Fun Orange Speckles Stardust Sparkle Sock. It is a 75-25 blend. It's got 75 superwash merino wool, 20% nylon, and 5% lurex, L-U-R-E-X. That's a new one for me. I think that's the sparkle. And as you can see, these are really sparkly. These are in the blueberry waffle pattern. 20 round cuff. I just knit the leg until I got tired of knitting the leg and thought, oh, these are long enough. I did a shadow wrap heel again. I think I really like it. And then I just have a little bit left to go on the foot. And then it'll be time for my toe degreases. And we'll have a sock done, and then I can start the next one and get this pair off the needles. Same thing, size 1, 9-inch circulars, Chow. Yeah, So there's that pair. Sorry the lighting is weird today. The weather's weird outside. The next thing that I've been actively working on is one of my Coziest Memories blankets, or Cozy Memories. I'm not really sure which one this is. I will link it down below. Mine is a little different than some of the ones you see. The decreases that I do in the center of mine leaves it's like a knit stitch ridge versus some of the other ones you'll see people have, and in the center right here where the decreases are, it's got like a little flat ridge, and mine has like this little knit ridge right here. So these right here are a mini skein bundle from Legacy Fiber Arts. And here's the one I'm currently working on. It's from leftovers from a pair of socks that I knit for my sister. It's Malabrigo in birthday something. It reminds me of Ninja Turtles though. So I have this one. I recently finished this one here. This one is out of Lolo Did It in the Wake Me Up colorway. It's got all the bright little neons. I've knit a pair of socks for myself, a pair of socks for my daughter, a baby pair of socks, this square, and I still have a bunch left. So it's the skein that keeps giving. This next one here is from Kirby Werby, and it was in her Schitt's Creek Advent Calendar from 2020. I think I have some more of the skein left so that I can do maybe a few more of the repeats in the different colors, so I can get a different color variation in another block. And then here's the rest of the blanket. Oh. So I got some Desert Vista Dye Works in there, some Opal in there. There's Turtle Pearl, Knit Picks, Felici. So yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff. This one here is some really old stash yarn that I had. It is Gnome Acres. She's no longer dying. Here's some more Lolo Did It. Yeah, so this one is coming along. It's a little bit slower than some of my others. I only work on it when it's colder because I get too hot underneath it working on it. The bigger it gets, the warmer it gets. So when I finish knitting that, I use up my scraps for the bigger one first, and then I have a smaller one that has way more squares than that. I haven't worked on it in a really long time. And then I take what's left over from that one, add it to the other one, and then if there's anything left over, it goes into a magic knot ball for my granny stripe blanket, which I haven't worked on in a while. I usually wait until my ball gets kind of big, and then I can work on it for a while. Yeah, so that is all of my knitting that I have going on right now. I do have some ideas of some stuff that I want to cast on here soon. I think I have a skein of yarn inside that I want to knit a muscle burrow hat. I've attempted to knit it in the past, and I don't know what it is. It's nothing with the pattern, it's just me probably. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna knit one of those out of that and see if we can get it going. And yeah, and then my daughter, she wants a pair of like wrist warmer things. Let me grab the yarn. It's just some Red Heart Super Saver yarn. She wants some wrist warmers, some like slouchy wrist warmer things. So I gotta search for a pattern and find that. Though that should knit up pretty quick. That's thicker yarn. Next, I have a finished Sunburst for my Tula Sunrise EPP quilt. I have these yellow cats. They're super cute with the sun and the moon and the stars. So these guys are going pretty well. I now have 6 of the 16 center stars done. It's getting there. These are really large compared to my last EPP project, which was a million 1-inch hexagons. So yeah, so there's that. I have not started the quilting on my Hacks on the Beach. I just haven't put it together and done it. I'll get there one of these days and we'll be able to use it. I've started Sunburst number 7. Here's the center square, or not square, the center of the Starburst. It's this cool drippy rose, and then it's got more stripes. Let's see if I can get this over here. And then it's got these really cute pink or orange roses on pink. And then if you look really closely, there's hearts and clubs and diamonds. Super, super cute. Tula Pink, she thinks of it all. I was sewing with some of these on another one of my Sunbursts and didn't even realize. I guess I thought these were polka dots. And then I happened to look at something and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a heart. And then I was like, oh, there's a diamond. And so she just really thinks of everything. It makes crafting with her fabric really fun. She thinks of all the fun things. So yeah, so that one's coming along slowly but surely. I haven't done a whole lot of EPP lately, but maybe I will get back around to it. It's a kind of like my other one. It's a long-term project that I'll get around to. Yeah, so that's all I have for right now. I will probably have one more podcast before Christmas. So here in a couple of weeks, that way I have some more content, so that way I can get some more crafting done. I will probably have one, like I said, one more podcast in December before the Christmas chaos comes. I have a kiddo coming from college, he and his girlfriend, and we'll have a house full. So I won't have time to record, and then it will probably be the second week or so of January before I podcast again. But I'll keep posting on Instagram. My Instagram is Household6Goodies. I try to post pretty often on there. Sometimes it's every day, sometimes it's every few days. It just depends on what I got going on and how much progress I'm making on items. And yeah, so if you have any questions about any of the things that I'm working on, drop me a comment below and I will answer them as soon as I can. And if you have no questions, I will see you guys on the next podcast. Bye.